Okay, I'm live again. Yeah, something went really haywire on that last stream, and I had chat, and then I had no sound, so you didn't miss anything. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. So let me see if the whole thing's working better. Okay, all good. Yo, hey Janet, you guys got sound this time? Yeah, I don't know what happened. You were running off at the mouth anyway, so you didn't miss much. And chat should be caught up. Sounds good. Thank you, Karen. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kia, Joycey, Lena, Galina. You got ears. I called to let you know you lost sound. Yeah, and my phone, actually, I had it over there plugged in because I let it die overnight. So I didn't want to unplug it. Yeah. Hello, working on your Jane Davenport paint sets. Cool. Hi, Debbie, Christy, and Carol. Okay, so we're back and we can go on. I'm glad Eileen's not here because she would definitely have a whole bunch of stuff to say about that. I'm excited to try the blues, really. Blue is my favorite color. Anywhere, anytime. Love me some blue. And I can't be telling you which blues are blue, which are which now, because I've got to write them down on here, right? This one looks like ultramarine, actually. I'm always amazed that the watercolors, of course, they've done it for 100 years, that can just look at a color and know what that color is. But I can see how you can do that, because I'm getting now where I can say, oh, that looks like ultramarine, or so that's kind of cool. And this is kind of how I want it, where it's going from its darkest to its lightest, because I think that's most useful when I'm going to actually be using the paints, right? So hi, Kathy. I'm just swatching out my Mission watercolors. Scooby was kind enough to gift me a 24 set, so I'm just sitting here swatching them. And I actually did swatch them directly out of the tube a little while ago, but not in the layout that they're going to live in now. So, because I just finished putting the paints in the palette. So, yeah. They're so pretty. I love them so much. I can't even tell you how much I'm loving these. And I'm picking up just such a minute amount of paint, you guys, really. I should have pulled that down a little bit more, but it's okay. So, Scooby, yeah, Scooby-Doo, Scooby Girl. Her real name is Sandra. I know we always just call her Scooby, but her real name is Sandra. I like Scooby better, though. You didn't get enough sad yesterday, Vicky. But we don't have to talk about this because we don't normally talk about stuff. But the music at that funeral yesterday just absolutely was beautiful. So, yeah, I watched a lot of it, too. Ooh, I got too much there. I'm going to wipe some of it off. This is the only purple in the set, which is fine. I'm not a huge purple person, but I can always mix it. One thing about these is there is zero chalk in these. There's like zero filler. I noticed it the other day when I did the original swatch, because I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. And I felt the whole swatch sheet when I was done, there was zero chalky feel, zero. So that's really nice. Because even the Primas have a little bit of chalky feel. And the inexpensive ones that you buy at Michael's for no money, they really feel chalky. Yeah, this palette, Kathy, I really like it. And I set it up, warm colors, cool colors, neutrals in the middle. So hopefully I'm going to like that layout. After I use it more, I'll tell you if that was a good choice to do. All right. And I wish I could tell you which colors are which, but I don't know which is which now. But I will after I fill out this card. But they sure are pretty. Oh. And honestly, a little bit goes a long, long, long way. And all I'll use this for is reference. You know, it doesn't have to be fine art or nothing. I'll just use it for reference. Your makeup drawing today, Kathy, was so adorable. These are real watercolors. Yeah, I know. So I feel so fortunate. I really do. I just can't say thank you enough to Scoobs because really I feel so fortunate that she would think of me and do this for me. It's just so nice, generous, kind, as are most of the fibs. Well, I haven't met one yet that's not, so there you go. Oh, that is such a rich, nice brown there. I should have put the browns next to the blues. That would have made it prettier. There you go. Look at that. That is really lickable. I am so not kidding you. I have met you, CB. And I would say you fit into that category. Lovely, nice, generous, kind. This week, I don't know, I can't remember what I was doing. And then again, meeting up with Jonna at Joyce's yesterday made me think so much of Australia this week. And oh, I so want to go back. That was such a good time. And then I think, God, did we appreciate it as much as we should have while we were there? But Jonna was saying she's going to go with Darcy. Darcy will be there the 30th of this month. And I asked if they were going to go do the fireworks. Apparently they do. I've heard that they do a huge fireworks show over Sydney Harbor, New Year's Eve. And I was like, are you going to the fireworks? And she said, yeah, that's been on her bucket list, that she wants to do that. I would give anything to be able to do that. I love Sydney Harbor so much, so much. So yeah, I would love to go back. I really would. I'm not sure Jen would want us back, but I would go back in an instant. Now I'm gonna, oops, nope. Jean, I just remembered what you said. Move left to right so you don't get your hands in the wet paint, which is fabulous. It was. Wish we could have stayed like Xander did. I know. Me too. Me too. All right. These are dry enough, I think, now. I'm going to start at the top, though. Yeah, Xander getting to stay longer made me very jelly. I was happy for her. But, yeah, I'd love to go back. One nice thing, you know, and I've never done international travel other than Canada and Mexico, right? Of course, Canada, they speak our language. But I think that's one of the things that made that trip so totally enjoyable is you didn't have a language barrier. Culturally, they're very much the same as us. So you didn't have that cultural barrier. The food was, much the same as what we're kind of used to here. So the things I think that could be uncomfortable traveling internationally, but also make it interesting, we didn't have to deal with that so much. And I think when I go to Norway, I won't have to deal with that so much either, because Norwegians speak English about as well as we do. We had a little foreign exchange student, and I mean, we never had a language barrier. She might have to say, "What's the word?" Or something like that. But for the most part, we could just carry on conversations. And culturally, I think they're very, very much like us. So food might be a little different. We had a little bit of difficulty with food. She couldn't find anything here that was like what she was used to at home. Meat and potatoes and stuff like that, obviously, yes. But some of the snacks, she had a lot of trouble finding snacks and stuff that were like what she was used to. She said ours were all too sweet. Ones I watch don't use that feature. Oh, James Burke just got back from 2 weeks. He went to a place called West Rocks, I think. Wow, so beautiful. Oh, it is. It's beautiful. Yeah, we got to go out and when we did the sculpting, what was that called? CB, I can't believe I'm not remembering it right now. These are drying really quickly, I can tell, because that part was already dry. William Rickett Sanctuary, and we drove out of the city. And of course, then we drove out of the city when we were with Jen as well. But yeah, there wasn't anything there. Looks like the beaches were gorgeous. We went to Manly Beach there in Sydney Harbor. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful country. If I went back, one thing I would do that we didn't get to do, and of course we were only there 20 days, so, I mean, you're picking and choosing, right? I would like to go to the less populated areas, more the outback, what our movie producers make you think of Australia. Where we went was populated cities and stuff like that, where you could have been in an American city. Not exactly the same, but yeah, their cities were very much like our cities. So I would want to go to the outback, and I'd want to go to the Gold Coast like Z did. That was jelly worthy for sure. I'm hoping you guys can see. I haven't really been paying much attention. Look at these colors. Ugh, they're so gorgeous. I am definitely going to have to step up my game. Oh my gosh. And it's hard because it's December and I've got so much to do this month. I'm going to bake one batch of cookies this week, because Christmas is going to be here before you know it, which in my world is a good thing. I just soon get it over with, but then it's tax time, so I hate that too. Going to have to see the rest later. Going to get second mammogram. Good luck. Excuse me. Good luck, Christy. William Ricketts. Yeah. Isn't it terrible that my memory was just like, what was that place called again? I could get out my journal and look it up. But yeah, it's like, how could you not remember that? I'm going to add some more water to my water brush real quick. What time do I get my mail? The mail should be out there, I think. Not certain, but it should be. I've got water right here, so. Usually if I have a box, he brings it down to the house. But we've got different UPS deliver people. We might have different mail people too. In just a second, I'll run out and check. Or if the rat comes up, I'll send him out and check. Going to have to, okay, just wait, Janet, it gets worse. Quick recall. Yeah, well, ugh. Oh, I know what I was watching that made me think of Australia. I've been watching this serial killer series, and you never think of other countries having serial killers. You know, it's I guess I thought that was an American phenomenon or something. But I was watching it, and they were talking about a serial killer in Australia. The first one happened to be an American who is stationed in Australia, but they were showing different places that we had been, you know, cities we had been, not necessarily bars and stuff, you know, because we didn't do any of that. But yeah. So that's what got me thinking about Australia to begin with, because never really gave it much thought, that Australia. And the other one that really surprised me, now you're going to wonder, what kind of stuff do you watch for entertainment, was you never think of serial killers in India. And why do I watch shows like that, you might be asking yourself? I think I have this weird fascination of and I think everybody probably has it to some extent, but what makes those people the way they are? And I've always been a true crime lover, because I just can't figure it out. I mean, I guess as I've gotten older, I've learned that I can be rude to people. You know, like, some people deserve it, but why would somebody just decide that they are going to just go kill people? I don't get it. So I'm always in search of that piece of information. Is it truly just mental illness? I don't know. You watch them also, Janice? Hi, by the way. Thank you, Lynn. Did Adadal come in? Hi, Adadal. Yep. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. This is definitely a different way to set up a palette. But I'm happy with it. I think I'm gonna like it. And I will say, some thought did go into it. It wasn't like I just did it in the order that the paints came in the box. I did give thought to how it's going to be used, so, and what would make sense. And what makes sense to me may not make sense to anybody else. I'm learning that rapidly as I get older too. My problem is I'm kind of a perfectionist about stuff like this, and I need to quit being that way, honestly. A palette or a swatch to go in your palette does not need to be perfect. Yeah, there's just something very intriguing about cop shows, crime shows. I'm eager to try this Chinese white. Oh my gosh, it is. Oh, these are going to dry really quickly. It definitely is thicker. Okay, on the white, just for the heck of it, I'm going to draw an X in the box so I can see how opaque it is. Just out of curiosity, because it looks really, really opaque. And they named it Chinese white. Yeah, it's going to be pretty opaque. Not completely. I do have a jar of Chinese white. I don't use it very often anymore. It's like whiteout. It's so thick it will cover any black line. I don't know if my brush is dirty or what, but that white ain't white anymore. Could be my brush is a little bit dirty. But can you see that? It almost looks like tan. And it's probably my brush is not completely clean. I try and clean it, but hang on, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I am, Lynn. I'm very detail oriented, but that was, you know, the business I was in, that was absolutely necessary. You could waste a lot of money if you overlooked a detail. So I didn't have the luxury of not paying attention to detail. This red is so pretty. That's, I think, probably prettier than any red I have in any other set. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Yeah, there is no chalkiness. I mean, absolutely none, Lena. It feels just like the paper. You don't know there's paint there. Oh, that could be, Jean. Didn't wait for the ink to dry. Yeah, that's fine. It's not as opaque as I thought. It is very thick, though. I will say that. It's going to dry quicker than anything around it, for sure. I picked up a lot of paint this time. Didn't mean to. I'm going to wipe some of it off so I can get the lighter shades. No, this is just going to go. I think that paint could have gone for a mile. All right, one more. 24 goes really fast, right? Of course, maybe not for you guys, since you're just sitting there watching. You're probably going, "Oh my God, this is endless. This is going to go on forever." Those yellows are so rich and yummy. So there you go. There's all 24 colors. Matte red matter is a lovely earthy color. Yeah, it is. That's gorgeous. You know, one thing I'm really excited to do, Eileen said I have to do a mixing chart, and I agree. I was watching somebody the other day do one, and you think it's boring as hell, but the truth is, I was quite shocked at the colors that they were mixing. So I'm eager to actually do that. Okay, see, Lynn, you come by it naturally too. You had to. I think it is too, Lena. I think it's a great palette with lots of options. So I think I'll feel more comfortable when I do the mixing chart. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to actually try and get some stuff done around here. But yeah, I'm eager to do that. I really am. Well, okay, I showed that. Oh, and then the only other thing that I got done since I saw you guys last is I did get the backs put on these foil alcohol ink ornaments. I think these are so cool. I love them. So I'm going to, and I decided how I'm going to do the giveaway on these. I'm going to, and I've already done it. So I went through the chat, and everybody who had been in the chat that day, I wrote their names down. And I picked out people who are getting them. So in the next few days, I might be checking to get addresses from people. I'm excited to do something with these. I really am. Okay, Z wants me to check my mail. So give me just a minute. I'm going to run up to the mailbox real quick. It won't take me but a second. No mail yet. I have to run up a hill to get there. No shoes, no coat. It's cold. We enjoy swatching more than painting. That could be. Yeah, let me think of what else I could do. Because the mail should be here. He's usually here fairly early in the morning, but my guess is they're overloaded today because they didn't work yesterday. Yeah, see, I can't make any recommendations. Debbie said she's a fairly new watercolor artist and doesn't know a lot about the different products. Other than, you know, like the Daniel Smith and the M. Grahams, Sennelier, different things that, you know, everybody knows about apparently. I don't know much about the ones, you know, like this brand is Mission. I didn't know anything about them. I was going to show this too. Dee Dee showed the Paul Rubens yesterday. I have not used these very much at all. I've played with them, but see, I don't even have a swatch card in here. But these are fun. Paul Rubens, and then they make, I think, another set of 24. I think Xandra has it. Oops, that went in the trash. So I have that set. And then my niece, who is getting into watercolor, had, last time she came to visit, brought me some of the ones she had bought. She went ahead and got the palettes for me and spread them out. So she did this palette of the Daniel Smith Primatech, which is the real pigments. And I've been afraid to use these. I really have. I've played with them here and there, but I did go ahead and do the swatch like this because I had to get the names down while she was here. But these are really yummy as well. And I like this because the mixing palette is clear, and so my swatch card can go under the clear palette. I really do like that. But these granulate a lot. So my niece brought me these, and she already had them already in the palette. So, and I don't know how she decided which one she was giving me. She just showed up with them, and I was like flabbergasted, like, "Coo, I can't believe you did this." And then she also did this Daniel Smith palette for me. So this one I may go ahead, because it's just the half pans that you can take out and move. I may go ahead and switch this one up where I keep the warm colors, cool colors, neutral colors in the middle. I'm kind of thinking that makes more sense in my brain, rather than trying to go across, you know, and figure out which one. I'm thinking I like the idea of cool or warm, cool, neutral. So I'm thinking I'm going to switch this one out. And then in this one, I went ahead and put in Xandra's Whale Tail and Rose Gold, because she had given me these duo colors. My niece had these duo colors down here. So, all right, Christine is saying Mission is nice. And that's the ones I just did. So, and from what I understand, I mean, you can ask Xandra, she's in chat. I would think those Paul Rubens are nice as well. I know the shimmery paints are very nice. And what got me into this products and playing with it, and I've shown you some of the quick little paintings that I've done. But really, I think we just like buying stuff. But I'm having a whole heck of a lot of fun playing with them, and I'd like to get better. But yeah. So those are, you know, the better quality watercolors I've got. I've got all the Jane Davenport and the Primas as well. And then my niece also got me, she's so nice. I think she's in India right now. She also got me the Hydras and the Dr. P.H. Martin Hydras, and then a few of the Ecoline. And the Ecoline are liquid watercolor all the time. Okay, the Paul Rubens may be nice, but they're student grade. But see, Jean, and I think this is just a discussion anybody getting into any new medium can have, is when you're starting out, does it make sense to start with a student grade? Or, you know, the truth of the matter is, buy what your budget can afford, first of all. I mean, I would never spend money on something if my light bill wasn't getting paid. I'm just telling you, you know, like, you have to order or buy what you can afford, and then maybe buy the best you can afford after that. And Jean just said, and it depends on your style of art. Student grade may be all you want or need. And I think maybe your budget should dictate that. I have a little palette of 48 colors. I think that's the really, really cheap one. I don't even keep it down here. Let me see. Well, I have the Caran d'Ache gouache set. Okay, is this the other one you're talking about? Is this the... But I've had this forever. Is that the set you're talking about? That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 28. This only has 30 in it. 36, I think. And I don't even know the name of this one. These are very chalky. But the color is not bad. I mean, honestly, I got this either probably at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, one or the other. The colors are plenty nice. I mean, so if it's something you just want to see, if it's something you enjoy, I know I didn't probably spend more than $10 for this. And I've used it quite a bit, mostly in the Beast. But you get fluorescent colors and some other stuff in here. But yeah, now that I've moved on, I don't really use this. No, the one that has the palette that flips out to the side. Holy crap. Am I losing stuff? Is this the one you're thinking of? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think this must be the one you're thinking of, because I can't think of another one that I have, because my niece bought me that. She actually has the tubes and she filled these, but this almost has to be that one. Yeah, because I don't have any art supplies out in the front room right now. I have all that stuff put away because we had company. Just for the fun of it, and don't care if it's archival and will be around 100 years from now. Yeah, I could care less. Don't I have a white plastic one? Not that I can think of, Lynn or Jean. The one that looks like paint chips. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that little Superior one. Actually, where is that? I think I know where it is. I know where it should be anyway. Okay, liar. Actually, if you've never done watercolor and you want to play with some watercolors, this was in my art on the couch stuff. This little set, I have used the heck out of it. I ordered it off of Amazon. It's called Superior. And the little things swing out, they stack. And this one does have 42 colors. And these are the colors. They're really nice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these. And believe it or not, they're cheap as all get out. And they're not chalky. So if you just want to spend a little bit of money to give it a go, there's nothing wrong with this set right here. You get all the colors you need. You get this little mixing tray here, a little sponge thing that you can wipe your brush off, and it does come with the large water brush. So they have these on Amazon. I ordered the 42, and then there's the one. I think it's 20 some, and it's got some from here and some from the pastel palette. I would probably order this one. Of course, I order everything. I would order this one and then the pastel separate. And then these are the pastel colors. I love, love, love the pastel colors. I know, Lynn. It depends on like this. Like if you're sitting, and I have to do something when I'm watching TV unless I'm trying to go to sleep. So for this art on the couch, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, I had forgotten about this little set. Now you're not going to get a lot of paint either. I mean, like these little things, I'm going to say one of them popped out. So see, that's how much paint you're getting. You're not getting a huge amount of paint when you order these. But if all you're going to do is try and use them for play, who cares? They've got nice colors. Yeah. So there I am being a salesman for cheap. I don't even know. It's made in Asia. I know that because it's got some sort of writing on it. And this one comes with a smaller water brush. I've not used the water brushes because I have others that I use. I don't know why this one's not wanting to close right. Probably I've warped it somehow, but anyway, yeah, those are actually pretty darn nice, believe it or not. Hi, Sharon. So yeah, these I got on Amazon. But the one that is the 20-some set, it's a mixture of these two. So yeah. I do have a lot, don't I? Well, when the kids come, they'll have stuff to play with because I won't let them probably play with my good ones. I hear a car outside. Nope, not the mailman yet. Doggone it, I want the mailman to come so I can get Z's box and show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. So, the only other thing I'm working on is I'm going to get some Christmas cards out and those ornaments that I made the other day with alcohol and foil. And I'm going to bake some cookies and make some meals ahead because we're considering going to South Padre toward the end of the month. And I'm going to be really, really busy. Well, you know, the minute the student mail come, I know. That's why I'm sitting here thinking, what else could I do to entertain you guys? I don't want to see, and I don't want to start any more projects because I got enough going for right now. We should draw while you wait for the mailman. You want me to draw something out of that book yet, Galena? I'm just going to set this. I'm going to close it up and let it dry. I'll check it tonight and see how dry it is. But this is a nice palette. I'm loving this. This was a nice present to myself. Nice present to myself. Let me go get the book and my sketch pad. If you want to watch sketching, stick around. Okay, the other day I showed a bunch of these Lee Hammond books. I've had her books for years and years, and I learned a lot from her. I enjoyed them. And so she has a new version of this book out. I don't know if it's still called the Big Book of Drawing. But the cover's a little bit different. Anyway, that's the book that Galena and I can't remember who else. Sharon, I think. Maybe, anyway. Oh, no. CB, if we come through San Antonio, I promise you will hear from us. So this is an older version of the book that they're using. And they both posted here just recently. Let me see if it's even in this book. Look at that kitten. Love that. But I love that she gives you the graphs to draw. So, you know, you start training your brain because that's really what you're doing. And I'm going to draw this koala at some point. Noses, eyes. Okay, here she's using watercolor. Let's see. Drawing a portrait using watercolor pencils. A lot of us have those. I'm looking for the picture that Galena has just drawn. It was fabric folds anyway. Seems like I've seen it before, so it's in one of the books. She talks a lot about products to use. I'm not seeing it. You may have to buy that one too. Mine doesn't have some of this stuff. Well, use the one you've got first. I'm not seeing those folds. Did you start in the beginning of the book and you're just going to work your way through it? Or did you start in the middle? Or I'm not seeing the fabric folds. But wait a minute. You know what? I know where I saw it. Back at the boat. I think I saw it. Galena, I think what she's done is taken some of the parts out of other books and added it to this big book of drawing. She has several books, so just save up and get them one at a time. That's what I had to do. I think it's in this Drawing Realistic Clothing and People. Because I know I've seen that that art that you've done, like just drawing that bow. I might just do that one just because it looks fun. Looking. I could be full of crap, I guess. Because all here up front is going to be people. The only other realistic drawing secrets. But this isn't, no, this won't be in here because this is not Lee Hammond, so. All right, let's just do this one real quick. Folded bows. You guys can draw along if you want. I wonder if I should draw it and then watercolor it. Yep, use your birthday money. When's your birthday, Galena? Yeah, are you talking about the clothing one? This one, Lena? Realistic Clothing and People? I like this one. And I've done a lot of the things in it. I just don't know. The journal is put away somewhere. Don't know where. Let me move these so I don't trash them out. Come on, mailman. I need presents. All right. I'm not going to be able, I don't think. Well, maybe I will. Say, I don't think I can keep the book and the paper. I've got to be comfortable to draw too. So, all right. I'm going to start with this. Use this exercise to learn how to draw a bow. A bow is just a piece of fabric with an extreme case of the folds. So let's start. We're going to start a little bit above center because she's got these long tails coming down. So if the picture is going to go from, say, there, yeah, we're going to do the center of it right in there, I think. So this is the way I generally start to sketch. Is I give myself a rough idea of how much space the whole thing is going to take up. Mine is probably not going to look exactly like hers. If I wanted it to look like hers, I would definitely use a graph. Okay, and mine's going to go off the edge of the sheet, and that's fine. Okay, just going off the sheet. March 9th. Okay, I'll probably have to ask again. I won't remember. You know what? One of my nieces, I know somebody whose birthday is March 9th. Don't know who, but anyway. All right. So I have my general idea now, and they're pretty light. I mean, I'm probably drawing a little bit darker so you guys can see it, but basically that's about how long I would take to get a rough idea of where it's going to be on the paper. If I didn't like this, I would go ahead and reduce it and do something different now. I'm obviously drawing this bigger than she has it shown in the book. Hi, Suzanne. Is today's Vicky's birthday? Oh, well, happy birthday, Vicky. If I was Dee Dee, I would sing to you, but I don't sing. And y'all are happy I don't sing. Now I'll start adding in some of the details. Getting a little bit better shape. Actually, my shape on that one was pretty darn good. Oh, another thing I did that was really fun, I don't remember what day it was. I drew something with my graph tints. Was it one of the prompts this week? I think it was. I think I used my graph tints for that. And it was, I like them. And I did dissolve them with the water. Okay. And I made a correction there because if you look at this bow, the top of this section here, she's got this going slightly higher than that, and I had it lower than that. So like occasionally stop and check yourself. Are your lines in the right direction, you know, in the right place? Okay, and I'm still drawing off this one kind of, because I'm going to try and get my pleats about where hers are. Now I'm just going to start making it up because I can. I don't know. Just kind of give myself an idea of where I want the shadows. Okay. Right now it's looking like a big mess. Been shopping for I'm glad I just write them checks. Yep, don't have to do any shopping. Just write them checks and be done with it. Yeah, this is kind of what I enjoy. If I'm just going to sit here and watch TV or do something like that, this is pretty much what I'd rather be doing, because I don't have to think about it a whole lot. I can kind of anticipate and bring the bow down a little bit further. And I'm leaving my sketch lines there because a lot of them are going to be swallowed up when I do the shading, because I'm going to go ahead and just do this in graphite. You could also do it in color, you know, and if I was going to do it in color, I wouldn't be drawing with graphite. I would have picked a mechanical pencil or a colored pencil in the color that I was going to work in. No, it is not what. It's not Vicky's birthday. Is she just giving me crap? I can't scroll back, so I guess Lena was leaving. Bye, Lena. Yeah, you can't write checks for little guys. Yeah, I get that. But now that they're older, I am so not going to do the whole, what do you want? Nah, not doing that. All right, I'm changing pencils now to this softer lead Papermate. I have a whole bunch of different drawing pencils, but for this is fine. And I might start doing a little bit of erasing and picking up. So I'll get out my kneaded eraser and hold it in my hand and let it get warmed up. I'm going to go ahead and getting my darks in where I want them first. And Dee Dee gave Galena some good advice this morning. Galena had done one of her drawings in color in green, and then she posted it and said, what could she do different? And Dee Dee's advice was absolutely right. Make your darks darker and your lights lighter. Sometimes you kind of got to start with your midtones first, and then go from there. But yeah, Dee Dee's advice was spot on. If Dee Dee gives you advice, take it. It's good advice. Promise you. And I'm not going as dark as I probably ultimately will go here, but it gives me an idea of where the folds are going to be. It's only graphite. I can always pick it up, you know. I thought Monday, just because it's Christmas and I'm going to try really hard not to be bah humbug girl, that I might go ahead and draw Santa, believe it or not. I've got a really cute Santa that I was thinking I'd like to draw. So I might, just for the hell of it, draw Santa. Go have fun, Dorothy. Yeah. And I was just trying to decide when I was thinking about it, when I came across the picture, and I thought, oh, that would be so much fun to draw. I was thinking, and I don't very often do it, I might do it in chalk. And I have a few pan pastels. Yeah, I might just do it in chalk because I've not done it before, so it'll be something fun for me. Can you see it starting to take some little bit of shape now? It doesn't take very many shadows before you can start seeing something become dimensional. See how dark she ultimately ends up with this bow? So I'm going to have to start putting down some graphite here. When you're working on graphite, you get dirty, dirty hands. You just have to clean all that up later. Or normally I would put a piece of paper under my hand. You can join you in the humbug box. I am a little humbug, but I'm trying not to be. Dee Dee does make the pan pastels look easy, doesn't she? She has so much just basic art knowledge to draw on, you guys. She really does. But by doing it, you're building the same thing yourself. So just keep at it. I'm happy for people who have had the ability to do their time so they can improve at what they love. Okay, I'm about ready to start blending. Just seeing where I might want a little bit more graphite to move around. And then it will be blending, erasing, highlighting. Okay, I'm going to start kind of blending now. I still use my same old crapola. I'm going to move the book out of the way because it's impeding my progress. You love Christmas? You know, when the kids were around, I absolutely did too. I loved Christmas. I don't know when. I think it really was when Jim was in the hospital and I was there with him. And he was in a coma. And during that whole Christmas holiday season, one, hospitals never turn off their Christmas music. And when I say never, I mean never. It's around the clock. Hi, Lane. Just John while we wait for the mail to come because I'm expecting a present from Xandra. I'm going to make that darker right now because I know it needs to be darker. And I remember sitting outside one night thinking, you know, and I wasn't begrudging people their happiness. Don't think that for a minute. But it was just like, you know what? You get so lost in the buying, the material part of it that I think you forget the meaning. And that just, it made a big impact in me that night that I just thought, you know what? I think we've been doing it wrong all this time. I really do. I think we've been doing it wrong. I think yeah, there's too much emphasis on things that are so not important. And that's why when I say bah humbug, I'm not really bah humbug. I don't hate Christmas. I love Christmas because we're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, and I like that aspect of Christmas. But the whole material part of Christmas, I think we've got it so wrong. So that's kind of how I came out of that whole thing is I like the reason for the season if we would actually celebrate the season for what it should be. How's that? But that Christmas in the hospital, I think definitely left an impression on me. And I remember sitting there, and after we got moved to the rehab center, um, the helicopter pad was right outside our window. And I would lay there at night and listen to that helicopter. And I'd spent a lot of time, believe me, in the ICU. And I'd hear that helicopter land, and then the next thing you'd see the family come in, and you just think their whole life was just upended in a moment. And I mean, it happens to a lot of people, but I think when you experience that, and I did it for 40 days and 40 nights, it changes you. Doesn't necessarily make you better. It just changes you. The way you look at things, the way things affect you is just so different. They never played music at night. No, believe me, if I got up in the middle of the night and went for a walk or something, and I was having trouble sleeping, blah, 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 blah. No, that music was playing night and day. And believe me, it got damn old. Just saying, it just got real old. You could just almost like never get away from it. So, yeah. I'm obviously going to pick up some of this here in a minute. Just kind of scoping out where I want it. But you can see it getting some depth now. I think I want more graphite in there for sure. But I can add more or take away. All right, this one I'm going to want some graphite right in here. But anyway. But I do the whole Christmas party thing, you know, fix good food, all that junk. I do it. Now watch, my mail won't come until 4 o'clock. If we've got a different driver, he could do his whole route completely different. Okay, and I'm just going to use what graphite is left on here, if there's much left, to get this center part. I'll crispen up the lines at the end. I know I get really silent when I start drawing and thinking, so just bear with me. I just got my hair and needed eraser because I'm sitting here softening it. Okay. This one, when I'm done, I will have to spray with some sort of fixative or this graphite was going to be everywhere. And there comes a point where I almost quit looking at what I'm the reference, and I just go from there. And I think that's kind of how you start a little bit developing your own style is you just quit looking at theirs and just go with yours. I've almost quit looking at it now because the basic idea is there. And I'll go back with an eraser and get this here in a minute. I know I go quiet, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, bye, Lynn. You scrapbooking vintage Christmas family photos. Cool. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add some more graphite real quick. Okay, my highlight's going to be right in there. Okay.
got it scoped out. Can you hear my stomach? I'm hungry. Okay, I want real dark red on there. We're talking about eating in chat. That's what I don't need to hear right now when I'm already hungry. Don't even know what I'm going to fix to eat tonight.
Okay, I'm starting to see some folds come alive there.
Move over to this one.
Thanks, Jean.
Slowly, slowly. We're getting a bow. My stomach's going to force me to stop and eat here in a minute. could be why I'm getting a little bit of a headache too. You think? Duh. Got something really goofy down here. I didn't leave enough of a highlight, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that in with the kneaded eraser. Because this actually comes down like that. That's better. All right. So this one is coming down like this. Dark shadow right there. All right, we're about ready. Okay. Got it planned out in my head, man.
Can you shade with a purple? Yeah. I mean, you can do this with anything. If you watch Dee Dee, I mean, she is almost the master at that. I have a lot to learn. But yeah, you could pretty much do this with any other color using different colors. You can see how much dirt I've got over here. Cleaning up right at the end is so satisfying though. But yeah, you can shade with pretty much anything. I probably should have grabbed out those graph tint pencils and done it with those, because those are water soluble. I could have just gone ahead and put water on them and shaded with those. That would have been fun. Maybe I'll have to try and remember to do that next time. But Dee Dee is really, really good at shading in color. That's a whole nother learning curve. I mean, you can have the basic skills, I think, but then knowing the colors to choose and where and how to apply them, all that's pretty much the same. Your darks are your darks and your lights are your lights, no matter what you're working with. Yeah, they're the same no matter what. Shades in purple then? No, I'm going to keep this one graphite. But I might do something. I can't do anything this afternoon. I got stuff I got to get done. Pay bills, one of them. Yeah, today is bill paying day.
Get some laundry going is another one. Galena's got all her laundry done because she got a new laundry washing machine. All right, this is real dark in there. All right, now I'm seeing. I'm on it for Central Standard. Oh, yeah, because it's what? Oh, 4 Central. Yeah, see, I'm Central too. So you're not on for, what, another 3 hours? Let's see. I've got shadow. Yep. I'll just use this one. And then I'll get the little one out in a minute. You have to be a little bit more. See, graphite is so forgiving. You know, that's one of the reasons I probably love it so much, is that if you get something wrong, man, an eraser will take care of it in an instant. Where when you're using other medium, you've got to learn how to correct your mistakes or don't make them in the beginning, you know, where graphite is so darn forgiving. I mean, you can goof up anything. And graphite is going to forgive you because you own an eraser. This one, I'm going to take that out. Right? Yeah. No, I'm going to put it back in. And now at this point, it really is just a matter of cleaning up. I have the basics there. And now I would just be darkening and lighting. It's just it would continue on a series of darkening and lighting. It's pretty much what I would do from this point on. And I don't think the mailman's coming. I really thought he would have been here by now. And probably see where I'm goofing up right now, and I know it. I probably need to be adding more darkness. I'm taking some of the graphite off, but I know I probably need to be adding more graphite at this point. The graphitint, yeah, I like them. Yeah, I'm going to go eat, and I'll either show pictures or whatever of my Xandra stuff. I'm excited to get it. Sometimes I forget what I ordered. I do know I ordered some more deco foil. I ordered the emerald, I know, from Z. The problem with ordering that on Amazon is you had to buy like 5 of them or something. But when I looked at the individual prices, I figured, hell, go ahead and get all 5 for less money. Probably this evening when I'm watching TV or whatever I end up doing tonight. What's tonight? Thursday? And there's nothing I watch on TV on Thursday. I'll go ahead and keep dinking around with this, getting it right how I want it. Do a series of erasure and adding more graphite.
But you can kind of see how the folds start emerging.
Yeah, I need to eat. I'm getting a headache. And I'm really not a nice person when I have a headache. I don't get them often. But I am not a nice person. I don't know that. So Z, I tried to wait for the mailman. I'm pretty sure if there was a box, he would bring it down to the door. CB, you said you get 2 erasers out. Look at me. I already have 4 out. I use different erasers for different things. This is just dirt where my hand was resting. Throw them off on the floor and then I get to vacuum. Poor Robert doesn't need to stress. Oh, poor Robert, my butt. Poor Robert. I'm trying to think if we need to go to town for anything. Make him buy me dinner in town. I'll do something here. I hate the whole idea of go mess with people. That's why we don't hardly ever eat out, because that means messing with people, and I don't particularly care for messing with people. Goofed up there. Goofed up there. Poor Robert.
It's getting there. It's still got some work,
but you get the idea. I definitely need to go darker, no doubt about it, in some places, and I will. But this is just fun to play with to me. I mean, I could sit around and dink at this all day. I don't know why I left that in there.
You have 8 out most of the time?
Yeah, here. And then I don't know, I just set my mini eraser in there. So there you go. There's all your erasers that you need. 1 pencil, but lots of erasers. So I guess I'm just going to end it now. I'll finish this later when I have some time, and show it next time I stream. And I don't know when that'll be. Z, do you want me to wait and open your box on stream? I will. All right. Getting stuff put away. Peanut butter works good. Ooh, peanut butter actually sounds good, Vicki.
It is package time. Maybe she's running behind. Yeah, see, that's just it. And if it's a different driver, they could do a whole different route. They went, like my UPS driver a week or so ago, he didn't get here until like almost, it was after 5 at night. Usually he's here at 3. So, yeah, so I'll, did anybody ever decide whether or not I should keep this palette closed or if I should open it and just set it in a cupboard or something to let it dry? I would think it's going to dry whether it's open or closed. I don't think it would matter. I won't put the heat gun on it. I know that. So Vicki, I think, will be on next and nobody else. This would normally be Jean's time. But I'm not even sure how I'm going to be able to tell if they're dry short of sticking my finger in them. But they look like they're, like the places where I've spread them out, they're definitely dried. I live in Oklahoma. It's very humid here. Leave open overnight, dry faster. Okay, I'll just set them somewhere where the cat can't get to them. Just set them right up there so I can play with them tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I'll leave it open. For Vicki comes on 4 Central Standard Time. That's a bad time for me, Vicki, but I usually try and turn you on and just lurk in the background while I'm cooking or doing what I need to do at 4 o'clock. Stick a toothpick in them. Okay, I could do that. Just like a cake. Cake sounds good too. See, everything sounds good, which means I'm starving. So I'm going to go get myself something to eat. Yeah, we'll catch you guys somewhere. Thanks for coming and watching me play with my cool new stuff. I love it all. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.